The wireless PS2 controller by Retro Fighters. This is the Retro Fighters Defender. This controller is something completely different from how I'm used to. Seeing as a kid, I would use the wired, OEM PS2 Sony controller. This controller has a lot of great features that it comes with it, with a auto punch button, a capture button because you can use it on the Switch, your PS2 obviously, you can use it on the PS3, the PS1, and your computer as well, which is a very nice feature, might I add. But like I said, there are a lot of features with the auto punch button, the capture button, you have a turbo, you have, let's see here, you have a clear button for clearing out your turbo, you have start and select like normal, and then you have your home button, which is a really nice finish. This controller, if I have to say, compared to a lot of controllers that I've used in the past that I own, like this controller right here with no name whatsoever, but you see it everywhere on Amazon and everything. Compared to this controller is amazing. I tried it on Smash Bros. I tried it on Guilty Gear. I tried it on a few games, and it felt really comfortable in my hands. Now, I must say, compared to the OEM PS2 controller, I like how it feels like an Xbox controller, because this is the same size as an Xbox controller. If I grab my controller right now, it is the same size as an Xbox controller. May not be the same width and everything. It's a lot like slimmer than the Xbox controllers. Barely tell, but it's really slim compared to the Xbox controllers, but it has that size that gives you the nice grip that you want to use on certain games, which granted I have to give it to Xbox for this same grip. But compared to the OEM Sony PS2 controller, I like how this feels. Honestly, I really like how it felt on Kingdom Hearts, being able to play in my bed and play on my monitor without having to worry about this wire stretching everywhere and knocking over stuff. Now, my main issue, and it is the only issue that I have with this, is just like any other controller that isn't an official controller made by anyone else, the D-pad. Until I get a controller that for me feels comfortable holding the D-pad, I know personally I won't be feeling comfortable with these types of D-pad, because whenever I try to do certain motions, I will accidentally go to a diagonal or just any sort of like input that I didn't mean to do. But other than that, connecting it to my Switch, playing Smash Bros, fighting a level 9 bot, it felt comfortable, beyond comfortable, only because I played on a native controller without playing on a Switch Pro controller. Another thing that I really enjoyed was when I hooked it up to my PlayStation 2 with a dongle that it came with. Very comfortable, and it automatically connected, and I had no issues playing Kingdom Hearts with it. I played it in my bed. I even put the controller under my blanket to see if the connectivity would completely diminished, and it did. The plus sides to this is the fact that if you, like me for instance, have a PlayStation 2 Slim or a PlayStation 2 Fat, you can use this on your PlayStation 2. If you have PlayStation 1, PS Classic, any one of those, if you use this on them, it'll work completely fine. You have no issues. It might be a little weird to use these on certain games because on PlayStation 1, certain games didn't require thumbsticks because the original PlayStation 1 controllers didn't have thumbsticks. The main thing with this is for certain times you have to charge this controller. Obviously, it's a wireless controller, Bluetooth and everything. You have to charge it with the USB Type-C that's right there. But other than that, this controller works absolutely fine. It's as comfortable as an Xbox controller with the layout of actually a PlayStation 2 controller, which is amazing, completely amazing. Compared to the Juan mic controller that I had before, this controller feels a lot less light, which I really enjoy, because certain controllers, and I've noticed this when I purchase controllers or like I get sent controllers or people buy controllers for me, certain controllers have a weight to them that I don't like. Certain controllers feel like they have no weight to it at all, that they're hollow and empty, but certain controllers that aren't hollow and empty because they work. Like the Juan mic controller that I have right here feels super light, and I really do not enjoy that. And the grips, they're not as comfortable as I would like, because it's like there's no actual grip to it. My fingers and my hands can slip out at any point in time, which is why I barely use this controller. I also barely like the D-pad, as I've stated before. And overall it's a nice controller, but I don't like the D-pad. Versus this, I can at least get used to the D-pad, only because of the fact that it still feels like a good D-pad. I think my main joy about this controller is the fact that when I use it, there's no input delay. It may be different for other people, I have no clue, but for me, There's no input delay whatsoever. Now, with that out of the way, if y'all put in the purchase for the Retro Fighters Defender or any one of Retro Fighters controllers, I say good luck to you. I got lucky enough to be able to get the Retro Fighters Defender and be able to review it. It was really nice to do. Now, personally, I plan on getting the GameCube controller and testing that out next on my new GameCube. And I also plan on just testing out a bunch more stuff. But for y'all, I say if y'all have a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 1 or even a PS3, or if you just want to play on a PlayStation Xbox style controller on your Switch, go ahead and put in the purchase for this. Comes with the dongle right here. You plug in the dongle, then you turn on the controller. It connects fine. It may take a little bit, but it connects fine. And it works great on Smash Bros. It works great on Pokemon. It works great on Animal Crossing, Deltarune. It works great on all of these selected games. As you know, most controllers will work on PC, so you won't really have to worry too much about that, which is why I'm not really bringing that up too much. But if you want to use a specific style controller on your Switch, PC, PS1, PS2, PS3, as I stated before, the Retro Fighters Defender or any one of Retro Fighters controllers will work just fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all really enjoyed. It would be much appreciated if you like, comment, subscribe, and go check out my Discord and my Twitch. I'll have links in the description below. I appreciate you all so much. Let's get this universe up, my guys.